Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. You are watching Silliman. Hello there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghan kayong salamat for joining us once again. And of course, as we tape more episodes of Silliman, it just means that we are getting closer to this season of Christmas, no? I'm sure some of you naghulbutanay na. You have already drawn names for your manito and manita. And probably you are thinking of what could be a perfect gift for my manito or manita. Or you are doing this Kris Kingles, something big, something nice, something hard, or something soft. So you are running out of ideas. But tonight, friends, our guests have a lot of ideas, and in fact, they have won a place because they have ideas that not are only creative but innovative. And allow me to introduce them because they are led by this joyful and dynamic person. I'm talking about the Dean of the College of Computer Studies, no less than Assistant Professor Joy D. Good evening, Ma'am Joy, and welcome to Silliman.
Good evening, Josh. It's nice to be sitting here again after 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ay, gusto ko si Ma'am, may ano talaga siya, may timestamp siya.
Yes. The last time was 2 years ago. So
Alright.
I do hope I'll be doing better now. Because I could say I'm not used to doing this, especially in front of the camera.
No, Ma'am Jo, you are a natural. And of course, I have shared to you earlier that we have here winners of an innovative competition or whatever competition is this. We'll learn about more in a little while. So I tasked them to introduce themselves. So let's start with the only lady in the bench this evening.
Hello, good evening. I am Sheikha Encabo, a fourth-year BScs student from the College of Computer Studies.
All right. Good evening, Sheikha, and welcome to the show.
Hello everyone, I'm Cloyd Abad, and I'm also a fourth-year computer science student from the College of Computer Studies. And yes, hi.
Ay, gusto ko yung pahay niya. Okay. Next.
Hello, my name is EJ Sabillano. The rest of the information, I'll copy-paste from them or here as well. Thank you po.
All right. No, very computer studies, no copy-paste. Okay. But if you commit mistakes, Control-Z.
Control-Z.
So let's talk about the competition that you guys joined. Please briefly tell us about the Philippine Startup Challenge. When did this happen? Who were the organizers? And how did you know about this?
I start sharing about it. The Philippine Startup Challenge is actually a flagship annual startup pitching competition by the Department of Information and Computer Technology, or the ICT. The main aim of the competition is somehow to foster or encourage the youth, now from the senior high school to the college students, to pitch their ideas about innovative and relevant ICT products and services that could eventually become viable business ventures aside from it solving social problems.
Wow.
So entries would belong to either software, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, Web 3.0, blockchain, and mixed reality.
Wow. So this is innovation to solve a social problem. Wow, wonderfully put, Ma'am Joy. So I'm curious, guys, how were you chosen? Did you volunteer, or there was like some sort of semi-finals round at your level? What happened, EJ?
With the pitching, we were sort of bombarded with midterms, I believe at that time. So we tried our best. Since it was an idea that we've taken from the hackathon competition, the preparation was a lot easier. We just had to polish and make the video, but the video was rushed, but we got in.
So it's really meant for you guys. I mean, it's really meant for you to be there, so to speak. So when you learned that you will be chosen, that you were chosen, you will be representing Silliman University, what were the preparations?
Actually, we sent 4 entries
All
from
right.
the College of Computer Studies. And these are groups that participated in other competitions. So we just have somehow to polish. But luckily, this group got in. So I guess they could expound more.
Yeah. How did you prepare? Did you did you do a lot of research? Did you ask previous winners of the competition? How did you do your preparations?
So for
Maybe Sheikha can start. Yeah.
Yes. For preparation, we took, like as EJ said, we took our idea from the hackathon and we further refined it to make it more viable, to make it a more possible startup to execute. Because, you know, what's a good idea if you can't make it happen? So with that, we took on different roles to develop this idea more. So we have Cloyd here, who developed the MVP, the minimum viable product of our app. He's the hacker here. And we have EJ, our hipster, who helped develop more of our business process and more of what the app should be. And I help with the marketing. So, you know, make it more marketable for the pitching as well.
All
So
right.
those were the roles we took, and, you know, further refined the idea for the pitching competition.
As they say, teamwork makes the dream work. So, Cloyd, how did you feel when you were already, you know, during the competition, when the competition was about to start? Bring us to that moment. How did you feel? What was on your mind?
Well, the thing is, the app was already done by that time. So we kind of finished the app during the hackathon. So yeah, I think at the start of the competition, I was pretty chill. I was doing that much.
You were relaxed.
I was relaxed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was like plenty of free food by the ICT in the hotel.
I should join that competition next year.
Yeah.
So you were just chill. You were not. There were no butterflies in the stomach or something.
Oh, they enjoyed the buffet breakfast.
Yes. I think I didn't have butterflies in my stomach. I had cake.
You had cake in your stomach. Well, I will have a lot of slices if I were there too. So that's very good, guys. So I'm sure that you were just also enjoying that moment. Now, I think most of our televiewers are really curious about this startup initiative or project you're working on. So please explain to us what your startup is all about, specifically the Speak Out project, and what inspired the team to create the project.
I guess our hipster would be the best person
Sheikha?
to, yeah.
All right, so our startup Speak Out is a feedback app, or the one-stop feedback app, as we'd like to tag it in one line. It's a kind of it's basically to streamline the process of sending, processing, and receiving feedback for various people, but our focus is mostly for citizens and the local government units. Since the feedback process, like, have you ever tried to file a complaint or file an issue to a government office? You can see that there's a long process to follow there. So we noticed that problem and we tried to think of a solution to try to ease that process, to make it quicker and more efficient for everyone involved in that
That's
process.
very true, because most often than not, when people have complaints, they just post it on social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
They go to this YouTube show that we all know, and I think it's not a so, I would say, productive way of dealing things. And I think putting a system to really make an efficient process of dealing with complaints or feedback or suggestion is really a brilliant one. So how does it simplify the feedback process? Who can walk us the protocol of the program? How does it work?
I think I can answer for that. We realized, as Sheikha mentioned, that the feedback process is very tedious. There's a lot of different emails that you have to send. So our idea was, what if there would be one website where people would go to for all kinds of complaints, and that our system would be able to categorize where that feedback should go to, what type of severity it is, and where it's located. So that way, on the minds of the citizens, all they would have to do is, okay, in this area, there's a lot of potholes here, please fix. And they don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
What's nice as well is we have incorporated a sort of map,
Heat map.
a heat map of some sort, so that the government units will be able to see, like, okay, these are the areas with a lot of complaints. It seems pretty valid. Okay, I guess we should check it out because a lot of people are complaining.
Okay, so the way I see it is you have a very good source of data for policy making, data for addressing concerns, right? And as they said, data is the new oil, right? So I think that would be very helpful for policymakers and policy implementers. So let's go now to the key features of these heat maps that you're saying. So aside from doing this process of making things efficient, are there other key features you'd like to share about the program?
Let's speak out.
You want to
I
answer
get-
it? Or you can answer it?
Sheikha, I guess.
Okay.
So
To
speak
enumerate-
out, Ken.
To enumerate the key features of Speak Out, we have the simple UI for the users and for the citizens, that is. So when they file a complaint, it's not so intimidating for them. Like, it's not a huge form that they need to fill up. It's just one text box that they need to type in Bisaya or Tagalog or English and what language you're comfortable with. So it makes it more easy and less scary for them to file a complaint. And our next key feature is the automatic AI sorting system, as EJ mentioned. So that one is where we streamline the process of processing these complaints. So with there, they can already be categorized into different departments and the like. So that's our second feature. And for our third key feature, we have the interactive heat map. So as EJ described, that it will really help the government units know where these complaints are. And like just a quick
will it
glance.
further break it down to different demographics, for example? Like, these complaints are from mostly female or male, or like in terms of teenage complaints, or like senior citizen. Maybe that's a possibility that you can also
Yeah.
move forward in the future.
But right now, it's focused on what the problem is,
Right.
what is the complaint, or when you talk about feedback, it could be negative or positive.
Yeah.
So the app is capable of catering to both.
Yes.
So right now, it doesn't show or identify the demographics.
The
Because when,
demographics.
for example, a citizen would want to lodge a complaint,
Yeah.
all the citizen would input is the complaint
Right.
or the feedback.
But I think it's also insightful to answer the question, who is complaining, right? So maybe that could be a possibility in the future. Now, Cloyd, I'm just curious, no? If you're able to, let's say, cite a complaint right now, what would be the complaint you will input to your program?
Oh,
Oh, so
that's a very
sounds
random
like
question.
a lot. Oh, that sounds like a lot.
That's a very random question, sir. I'd say I'd pinpoint Silliman, and then I'd say, man, this school is too good.
Ikaw parang ganun talaga guys kapag seniors. Oo, nangangamoy graduation eh. But of course, Silliman is really good.
Yeah.
And speaking of good, we're just going to pause and we will continue this goodness later on after a short break. Please guys, stay with us. #Silliman. We'll be back.
In the Fab Lab, individuals have the means to create almost anything, anywhere.
We mark the beginning of a transformative space designed to spark creativity, foster collaboration, and fuel entrepreneurship.
For our students and our faculty, a facility or environment to nurture creativity, to fabricate research and initiatives for our MSMEs and our creatives. This is going to be a nurturing facility to access prototyping tools, business advisory, and collaborative work.
Silliman University, a place where every corner tells a story of dedication, growth, and excellence. But beyond our classrooms, our school has fostered a revolution against waste. Our story is a passionate call for environmental responsibility, directly tackling waste challenges often faced by big institutions. And this all began with a move in the right direction, the bold step to reinforce policies and firmly ban plastics in campus. This is the Silliman University Waste Management Success Story.
Here at Silliman University, we take a role as stewards of God's creation seriously. Thus, it was imperative for us to develop environment principles, policies, and guidelines.
Silliman University has published, after approval of the Board of Trustees, its guidelines, principles, and policies on environmental sustainability. And zero-waste plastic, or a plastic ban, is part of that.
Taking care of the environment is not an easy task. It requires passion, commitment, resilience, and initiative. Change does not happen overnight, so we can only do so much. With Silliman University, students are expected to go beyond what's expected. And so, for every event that they organize, they are required to submit protocols and zero-waste management plan before their events are given approval.
At Silliman University, our education transcends textbooks.
At Silliman, this isn't just a bag. It's a stance against disposable culture.
We're taught to be stewards of the earth. Every reusable bottle, every cloth bag, and every sustainable choice we make stems from a profound lesson that our actions, however small, shape our future.
So Silliman University as an educational institution is in a very unique position to be able to teach the students from early childhood all the way up to college these environmental principles to help them rethink their lifestyles and their consumption patterns to choose products that are kinder to the environment.
Silliman University operates a materials recovery facility wherein the Buildings and Grounds Department segregates the waste materials into 3 categories: recyclables, biodegradables, and residuals. The recyclable materials are processed and retained in the facility. Meanwhile, the residuals are collected by the Environmental and Natural Resources Office of Dumaguete and are deposited to the Bayawan City landfill.
Silliman University is living proof that our commitment is not only to education but also to protecting our planet and to our community. These principles, policies, and guidelines that our university has outlined, they are not only a set of rules and policies, they are a promise to our youth and to our planet. A promise that we should take care of our natural resources, our flora and our fauna here in our university as well. With this, we are encouraging the youth to take action and inflict positive change with regards to the different environmental pressing issues in our society today.
Our school is not only committing to a greener tomorrow, but also building a culture where environment is a priority. Through simple and collective actions, we strive for a greener, cleaner future for all, and most importantly, a hopeful today.
These are Silliman's ways of not only protecting our world, but also making it a better place. Here's to a responsible environmental behavior.
Hey guys, welcome back, and you are still watching #Silliman, and of course, we're still joined by our friends from the College of Computer Studies. Now, we are talking about innovation, ideas. So, we're just going to have a quick game with you guys, and I call this the Elevator Pitch Challenge. All right. So, basically, I'm going to mention some silly ideas, silly products that you need to sell. And we have here Ma'am Joy who will serve as your timer, no? Ma'am Joy, let's just give them 30 seconds kasi elevator pitch. Elevator pitch. It has to be quick. So Ma'am Joy is setting up a 30-second timer now, and each of you guys, I'll give a silly product or idea that you need to sell. All right? You need to sell. To our televiewers, that's your camera. All right, Ma'am Joy, is our timer ready?
Yeah.
All right. So the first product is, okay, this is for Sheikha, no?
You have 30 minutes.
You have 30
30
seconds. 30 seconds lang, Ma'am Joy.
30 seconds, they pa.
All right. So your product, Sheikha, is a pen that never runs out of ink. Unlimited ball pen, kumbaga. All right? You have 30 seconds and it starts now.
How many pens have you bought this week? 5, 6, 10? Well, many people every year throw hundreds, probably thousands of millions of pens. All these plastic waste are going straight into the ocean. What's our solution to that? We need something to lessen this waste. Well, I have the solution to that. It's called the inkless, the Forever ink pen, the Forever fountain pen. With this pen, it never runs out of ink. You'll never need to buy another pen again.
Okay, time's up. You've already reached the top floor. All right. Amazing. Did you see that, guys? Amazing. Sa ballpen lang may forever.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes. No pressure, guys. Let's go now to Cloyd.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, no.
Cloyd.
Oh, no, sir.
This is your product. Shoes that can change color with your mood. Okay. Sell us shoes that can change color with your mood. All right? Ma'am Joy, is our timer ready? You have 30 seconds and it begins now.
Hi, everyone. I don't know how to sell a product, but do you play sports? Do you play basketball? Do you play football? Or do you play chess? Well, if you want to scare your foes with your shoes, I have shoes that, yes, buy my shoes. I don't know how to sell, sir.
The shoes should reflect the mood.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
how would you
the
sell
shoes
that?
would, if you want to scare your opponents in basketball, it would scare.
Sorry. All right. Time is up. See, Ma'am Joy is really a natural mentor. Thank you, Ma'am Joy. We have final one here. For the elevator pitch game. We have EJ, and your item is a backpack with a built-in Wi-Fi. O, di ba? Who doesn't want that? But you have to sell it to us. Because it's expensive, no? A backpack with a built-in Wi-Fi, you have 30 seconds.
Have you been traveling for so long? Have you tried to go to your dream place like Tokyo and whatnot? Well, you might have gone through many cafes looking for your own Wi-Fi, but what if you don't need Wi-Fi? What if you don't need your phone at all? What if you can have a backpack with a Wi-Fi device? Yes, that projects Wi-Fi so that other people can use it too. So buy the backpack because I have 3 seconds left.
Okay, can you give yourselves a round of applause? All right, wonderful, guys. And no doubt why you really had a place in that competition. But let's go now to the innovation process and mentorship, because I understand you also did not just came up with idea, out of the blue. It was a process. So I want you guys to share about the challenges that you faced in developing your project, your pitch. What were the challenges that you faced, and of course, how did you overcome them? Maybe EJ is agreeing. That was a deep. Okay, EJ.
I think developing any idea will have challenges, will have roadblocks and whatnot. So part of the challenge was really deciding on an idea that all of us will like.
Yeah.
And that was a challenge because we all have our different parang takes to solving certain problems.
Right.
But we were glad that we had Ma'am Joy to sort of help us zero in on a possible idea that could work. So yeah, so that was our challenge, and that's how we were able to
Cloyd,
overcome
you'd like to share challenges?
Yeah. Well, I think for the most part, the challenge is really on the idea. So planning everything out. When we were developing the app, it was pretty much straightforward, simply because the plan was already there. So EJ and Sheikha already planned everything out for the app, how the app is going to work, what are the features. So I think the main problems that we really faced was just on the ideation, really finding what idea to basically build the app out.
Right. Because there could be hundreds of ideas on the list, right? So Sheikha, how did you overcome this as a group?
So we try to brainstorm more on how do we make this unique? How do we make money out of this? This is a pitching
That's a good
startup
question.
pitching contest. I think that's one of the biggest questions we needed to answer, because we already had an idea and supporting details, supporting information to make it, a valid app to make. So we just needed to make it viable. So to overcome this, we did like researches. We did some we compared it to other similar products and how much they would be spending, and we calculated how much we would be spending. Basically, we did more research, we did more planning, just to make it more concrete and more better to present to present to the
more chance
contest.
of being a winner in the competition.
Yes.
Ma'am Joy, what is your style of mentorship? Because there might be also other teachers or mentors watching this episode right now, and they may get inspirations and ideas from you. How you help these students, because I'm sure they have the brilliant ideas already, and that's the difficult part when there's a lot of good ideas, which one to select. So how did you guide them in finally choosing the final idea for the pitching competition?
The advantage lang with this group is we were able to get the first runner-up place during the hackathon. During the hackathon, we were already bombarded with like a list of social problems, which is one of the target for the PSC. So it was a good thing also during the hackathon because we were assigned a mentor from the industry. Yeah, so though it was kind of a struggle during the ideation, so I think the key there is themselves. I did not force them to join. So it's like there is one from their batch that I said, there's always a point person that I would, you call for who would want to join this competition.
Correct.
And if they would want to join, I'm willing to mentor.
Okay.
So because it's a different thing if you really I know they have the capabilities, they have the skills, but if they are not willing to also be part, so voluntarism is the key. Because it would mean that they're confident enough with their skills. So all I have to do is just to guide them. I don't restrict in terms of the ideas. I listen to them. We spend meetings, brainstorming together with our mentor from the industry. And then I ask them ideas. I kind of push them that, this is common and all. We are chatmates, even until the wee hours. Because if I have an idea, they also have an idea, so we would communicate with each other. Because they have different roles, actually. So hipster, hacker, and hustler. The ideation is really this one. Because he is the one who's going to this is the idea that we want, how are we gonna?
Setting the blueprint.
Yes, that one. So I work with him closely, and then I let him be comfortable in expressing his ideas, because sometimes there is the gap between the mentor or the professor and then the student. So I showed to them that whatever your ideas, be open to share it, and I'll just share what I think is the best for that particular idea.
That's very true. Now, in conclusion, guys, and of course, we give all our hearts to you. Congratulations for such an incredible achievement. You don't only make us proud, but you really make us so joyful that we have such talents here in Silliman. So, in conclusion of our conversation tonight, what is your message for aspiring innovators, aspiring students who wish to join similar competition? Maybe Sheikha can start.
Message for the aspiring innovators out there. Don't give up on your idea. Work hard. There's a lot more. It's the state you are at now. There's still more ways to go up. And even if you fail in that certain way there, you can still keep going forward. All the failures you get, take that as information to help yourself grow stronger, make your ideas better. Especially, our app here is a feedback app. When you get feedback, it's a valuable data, valuable resource you can have. So use that, make your product better, and just keep going, keep moving forward. Something I saw in a movie once.
Is that the Forrest Gump?
It's
Run, Forrest, run.
Meet the Robinsons. The main character, there's an innovator, and he just says keep moving forward. So I take that message, I'll throw it back to you. That's what you should follow too as well.
Watch that movie, it's a good movie.
It's a really good
Thank
movie.
you so much, Sheikha. Cloyd?
There's a common advice in YC, Y Combinator. It goes somewhere along the lines of launch your product quickly. So the idea is that you would build a product, and release it as soon as you can. So the idea is that you get your product and get as many people to use that product as fast as you can. So, well, to some extent, I would agree to that advice, because it's only in building something where you would truly learn how to build something. And it's in actually failing where you would learn as well. So to some extent, I would agree with that advice. And of course, I would also advise, I'd also say that wisdom comes from the Lord. So it's not something that you can just get from your own, but yeah, it comes from the Lord. So seek it. Yeah.
Amen to that. In my version, personally, my tagline for that is fail fast. You need to fail fast, because by failing fast, meaning you'll be able to know what to do next, right? Thank you so much, Cloyd. Such a good advice. What, EJ?
Actually, I was gonna talk about failing fast.
Okay. Sorry to preempt, but please expand.
Like mine?
Like mine?
Like mine?
It's similar to Cloyd's advice on building quickly, but the second part to that is also failing quickly, because it's where you try things out as quick as possible, where you also understand what works and what doesn't work, so that you're able to move forward as quickly as possible. It's not a very optimistic advice, but fail quickly, it's one advice I think we should all take for innovation.
Wow. Akala ko ba CCS ito parang mga philosophy students. Ang deep ng mga wisdom, but I think these are the wisdom you get when you join these competitions. And these competitions are exactly why they are there, to teach you these lessons, life lessons, not just about winning, but even, honing skills of competence, character, and Cloyd? Faith. Sabi niya, dapat may Lord wisdom eh. Ma'am Joy, would you like to acknowledge or thank whoever who made your participation possible? Would you like to acknowledge some people?
Of course, I would like to acknowledge first and foremost Silliman University for the opportunity to represent. It was not, siguro we lacked the time in the preparation, but I guess we did give glory to our alma mater. The ICT, of course. I would also like to acknowledge our Synergy TBI office through Assistant Professor Janice Forster. I know she's busy, but we were together on the trip to the pitching competition, and she shared to us ideas what the competition is, because it was our first time from the college. So even with such a very short conversation, we're able to gather ideas and inputs from her that somehow made Sheikha get prepared for the actual pitching competition.
All right. So I really love...
And of course, the ICT.
Go ahead.
The Department of...
The ICT.
Yeah, the ICT.
Of course. And later I'll ask how much yung price nila. So as much as I want to extend this conversation, we are running out of time, and truly, we would like to congratulate you and keep up the good work. May your tribe increase. We need more innovators nowadays, right? And of course, we need your support, guys. Keep watching #Silliman. See you next week, and to God be the glory. Hey there, guys! Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. And of course, continue supporting our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on your favorite episodes. And of course, we also have a YouTube channel. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell para updated ka with our recent posts. See you there. And of course, we are airing every Monday night. That's 8 p.m. via Channel 6 Field Products. And that's every Tuesday before the noontime news, for the replay Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Joshua Soldivillo on behalf of Ronelyn, Vailoces-No. Kita-kits next week. On here on
#Silliman.